As we had reported last night, Williston City Commissioners officially approved the city's budget for the upcoming year after balancing a $16 million deficit. KX News' Jack Meyer was there as the budget was passed, and he tells us more about how this will impact people in Williston.
Earlier this year, the city of Williston was looking at a $16 million deficit entering the 2026 fiscal year. On Tuesday, however, the City Commission passed a revised budget that managed to make fiscal cuts while avoiding any disruptions to essential services across the city.
I'll close that public hearing.
From an 8-digit deficit to a balanced budget. Despite facing a barrage of financial obstacles in recent weeks, the city of Williston managed to whittle its way down to a net positive for the 2026 fiscal year, albeit with some budget cuts and rate and tax increases along the way.
The one thing I want to note on that with those rate increases, they simply weren't made just to balance expenses for the year. They're backed by independent analysis, and they reflect the real cost of doing business in the city. So, just like everybody else, we got rising fuel, labor, treatment and chemical costs, need to replace aging infrastructure, and we need to see some of those modest adjustments now to kind of make up for that.
Here are the numbers you need to know. Homeowners will see a 3% property tax increase, while water and sewer rates will go up 5%. And solid waste fees will also see a slight rise. Meanwhile, more than $12 million is going towards city infrastructure.
What we did is we rearranged some projects around inside of the CIP. We moved some of our costs from 2026 into 2025, and then we are also looking at capitalizing on some state revolving fund loans that would then be used to fund the projects that we pulled out from coming out of our reserves or the general fund.
Additionally, commissioners plan to eliminate the current vacant positions within the city. However, there will be no layoffs for those who are currently employed. Cuts are also coming from police, fire, and ambulance departments. Those city leaders say critical public safety services won't suffer.
The public remains safe. PD is still going to respond. Fires are still going to be extinguished, and ambulances are still going to come when they're called. What residents may notice is fewer units responding to certain incidents and some scaling back of some of the proactive outreach and extra programming. So the essential services, we're focusing on core essential services.
After the budget officially passed, Mayor Howard Klug made it clear that the city wants to be as open as possible, both with the current numbers and any future projects that may come down the road.
We are trying to be as transparent as possible, and our website is chock full of information on a lot of the questions that have been asked tonight, and also moving forward, we'll do the utmost best that we can to make sure that that information through public announcements, press releases, and our website will be available to the public at any time.
Reporting from Williston, Jack Meyer, KX News.
Williston City Commission also adopted a resolution last night acknowledging its commitment to Williston Parks and Recreation, as well as the future Williston Ice and Turf project.